And the crowd goes wild. Hello, welcome back to our channel and welcome to Cluj, Romania. We got here last night by bus from Chisinau in Moldova, and it was a good 12-hour journey or so with the most arrogant driver ever. Super rude. But we are now in Romania, in Cluj, for the next couple of days, and we're really looking forward to it. We're standing just in front of the statue of Matthias the King, and that is in front of one of the biggest churches I've seen in a long time, which is I've forgotten what it's called.
Michael.
Yes, St. Michael's Church, thank you. So we're just looking forward to exploring the old city today. It looks super nice already. It looks really pretty. Let's go. So this is the other side of St. Michael's. And as you can see, it is huge, but we don't think there's a way in. The whole thing's under renovation, and I think they've just closed it off to the public, so we can't find an entrance, which is a shame because it looks like such a massive and impressive building. As you walk down towards the Orthodox Cathedral, there's this cute little market. They're selling all sorts of stuff, from clothes and earrings to homemade jams and syrups and honeys and stuff. And then we come up to this statue, Avram Iancu, and apparently he, in the 1800s, played a very important role in some revolutions, and he's remembered here. So one thing Danny's just noticed is that the streets around here are named after people, but then underneath it also says what the person was and when they lived. So Emil Isaac was a poet, and he lived between 1886 and 1954. And then this street here is Strada of Virgil Fullesia, and he was a sculptor between 1907 and 1979. So that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Go down Virgil.
Yeah. And they're all really nice, interesting little streets. I'm really loving the old architecture and the old town feel. I love European old towns. They look so nice, don't they? And they feel super relaxed, and I love the buildings and the cafes. Yeah, and this one's no different. This feels really, really nice. Oh, you modelling? Work it.
As it goes.
Behind us you can see St. Michael's Church, you can see down into the old town. It's really pretty, it's really relaxing, and at the moment it's quite quiet as well as the sirens go off. There were people on a little bike tour here taking pictures earlier, but they've all gone now. Yeah, it's just a really nice spot, isn't it, to come and relax and sit for a bit and cool down in the shade if you find some. Today we've come for a day trip from Cluj to Turda, and Turda is most famous for its salt mine, which we're just about to go into now. And the salt mine was apparently first used back in 1000 and something. It was really super early. This salt mine is over 1,000 years old. Before we came here, we read a bit of advice that we bring our jumpers with us. So although it's warm outside, we do have them, because apparently in here it gets between 10 and 12 degrees. And as I'm descending down the stairs, I can actually feel it getting colder with every step. So that's probably a good bit of advice. Down into the Teresa mine, and the Teresa mine apparently is the oldest part of the mine that we can now enter when we come and visit the salt mines here, and they actually started using it in 1690. Is that right? Yeah, 1690, and they didn't stop using it till the late 1800s. what's really interesting is you can see obviously this has been cleared and stuff, but there's still like, I think stalactites are the one from the top. Anyway, there's like little things of salt here, and even on the handle here the salt is starting to like grow. As we go down the stairs, we can see on the side of the balcony these dates here. So this one is 1895, and what they represent is the year that the miners got to this level. So by 1895 they had gotten this deep, but then if I stand up you can see how much deeper they still got. Look at this place. They've got like a little amphitheatre there. You can play some ping pong here, and also there's a Ferris wheel. Did you ever think you'd be seeing a Ferris wheel in the middle of a salt mine?
No.
From the 1600s?
No, I didn't.
Prima le vecchio, Andrea.
Merci. So, it's just the two of us in a Ferris wheel cabin in a salt mine in the middle of Romania. As you do. So I don't know if you can see, but where it says 1857 up there, that's where we were before. We've come all the way down here. But then if you look down there, there's a lake, and you can rent out boats and just go and swim in the salt lake at the bottom. Apparently they stopped using this chamber for salt once it had flooded. I'm guessing now they're taking advantage of that flooding. Just come down the steps behind me to the level of the salt lake. I tell you what, they're not for the faint-hearted. Some of them are really steep and slippy, aren't they? Here we go, the salt lake. Honey, you're the captain of this boat.
Yes.
Where are you going to take us on these high seas?
I mean, I'm just trying to go in a straight line for now.
Mind the flag behind you. Making our way towards the exit now again. I'm kind of glad because I'm cold. It does get pretty cold down some of these corridors. But it's super interesting, wasn't it?
Impressive.
Yeah, it's really cool. It was amazing how old it is. I would never have guessed that there were salt mines around 1,000 years ago. On our way up to the salt mines, Danny spotted a building that he thought was quite interesting. We've managed to find it on our way back again. Here it is. Is there any clues to what it might be? The graffiti up there says 2009, but I feel like it's a bit older than that. Yeah, it's a funny shape, isn't it? Kind of triangular up to here. Let's have a look inside. I think there's a building number. Ooh. What is it? Do you reckon it's like a bathhouse or something?
That's what it looks like to me. Mine was wrong, but
Yeah. But the stats going down, but that seems a bit too deep. I've got no idea what this is. If the look of this building makes you think of anything,
stairway down there.
if the look of this building means anything to any of you, let us know what you think it might be, because we've got no idea at all. So that's the front of the building here. But if we come around the side, look, it's like underneath a hill. Makes me think something under there was meant to be kept cool and dark. Could be some kind of, like, I don't know, maybe not wine cellars, but some kind of cellars. Like a, I don't know, for produce or something. Like, we're literally walking on top of this building now.
Looks like steam comes out of here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It makes you think it is bathrooms.
Maybe. It's weird because it looks like it goes down really deep, but yeah, it does have writing here. It looks like a lot of A's. A, N, I don't know. And then Z-I-B-A.
Zibaka.
Zibakas? Don't know. What are you doing up there, Danny? Having fun?
This is a theatre built during Ceausescu's time, unfinished. And it's just kind of plonked here, right? Like the main street come into just there. As soon as you enter town, you're greeted by this block, this empty block, this ruined block of theatre that we shall go into.
So I think what happened was Ceausescu pumped a load of money into lots of new builds, didn't he, at the time? And then lots of things didn't get realised in the end, for whatever reason. And this is one of these buildings that just never got finished. So they had big plans for a grand theatre, and now this is what remains. You can actually just go in. Wow. I mean, this would have been a really, nice grand place, wouldn't it?
It's a pretty like small industrial town as well.
Yeah. But I think it was fairly important for a long time. So, like, we found out for steel as well.
Yeah. Look, there's the stage. Oh my god.
Wow. This is amazing, but watch out for the holes in the floor. This is where the seats would have been.
These are the booths.
Yeah, all completely unfinished. Look at that, the stage. They would have had an orchestra pit. This is amazing. This could have been a really massive, beautiful theatre. It's amazing, it's just been left like this, and you can just come in. There's nothing stopping you from coming in at all. It's just a shame it was never finished. Here we go. The orchestra pit. And then we're on the stage, and it's a massive stage. The wings would have been really big here. Got the lighting rig, or what would eventually be the lighting rig up there.
The other wing.
Amazing. This could have been a bar, maybe. Good impression. Cheers. You could have been on this stage, Danny, with skills like that.
Could have been me.
Could have been you.
Could have been somebody.
So we're going to start making our way back to Cluj now. We're going to get one of these Alice buses, which is going to take us back. Although at the moment there's no driver, so We're gonna have to wait for a driver first.